Hello and welcome to Diva TV and what went down in the world of women's wrestling. That's the long version of the title. I'm back again with Levi. Levi, how you doing?
Hi. All right. You?
Good. Yeah. As we've just been drinking a fine rouge, you're drinking a beer.
A lovely beer.
So we're all
a lovely pale ale.
Smashing. So we're all good on a Sunday evening. So, and we're here. What better way to spend the Sunday evening than drinking and talking about women's wrestling? So we'll jump straight into it. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is here to save Raw and WrestleMania, possibly.
Hopefully, I've got a feeling they could steal the show at WrestleMania because it's just the two best.
I'm gonna steal. Go on.
They night 2, I think they are, aren't they? Because when I looked, it was one women's match a night, which I thought wasn't very good. But yeah, anyway, it's going to be good, isn't it?
Do you think? And I'm going to steal your impression here. Do you think we're going to get a Charlotte Flair added to this?
Not. I think she's fab, but it doesn't need her unless she takes the pin or something, or it leads into Rhea Ripley's first feud after Asuka. But it doesn't need her, does it?
No. Do you know what? I'm going to say something since Charlotte's return, she's felt there was all when just before she returned, there was all these rumors and news that she was only coming back if there was a clear storyline, and it was going to be impactful and purposeful, and especially after the kind of NXT and Raw kind of debacle. And then since she's come back, it's been rudderless. It's been
really stop start. She starts to get into something and then it just vanishes. And
I understand.
It's weird.
It was all set for Lacey Evans versus Charlotte, but thankfully we're not getting that.
I'm glad about that. It's worked out well for Rhea Ripley, really, hasn't it? That.
Well, that's the thing. I think it seems like they've kind of fast tracked Rhea Ripley's debut because of obviously Charlotte announcing that she has got COVID or had COVID and was that's why she was absent, to quell the rumors that she was making a stand, for Andrade.
Yeah.
So, I think I definitely think that Rhea Ripley was the kind of fast tracked her debut because it seemed like they were happy with just kind of coming soon.
It felt a bit when was it Liv Morgan when they just had videos every week of her having a bath, doing a blusher, and then going on. I'm not like the other girls. Ooh. I was thinking, oh, please don't do that again. And Emelina and stuff when they just had videos for months.
Emelina, flipping heck, I forgot about that.
That was a fever dream.
Oh God, yeah.
I'm glad they didn't go down that route.
Yeah, no, but luckily we are getting something that I do think is going to be rather tasty. I think we've both written about it as well for Diva Dirt and Sports Key. That is that we want, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. It's a first time matchup. It's a massive opportunity for Rhea Ripley, which she needs, and it's also something which Asuka needs. Rhea Ripley's a fucking badass, and Asuka needs a badass. Asuka needs to be that badass. And I think when she kicked Shayna Baszler's head in, that was that's what we've wanted since Kairi Sane got
that's what's been missing all this time.
Definitely.
Asuka being just on a Madden, just being a mad cow, belting everyone. I love it.
That's what we need. So hopefully that we get a decent we're still 2 weeks away, so they do have the opportunity of ruining it. I've just
There's still opportunity for surprises, isn't there?
That's
tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery. Yeah, I've got no. Like I had no trust in WWE. I'm just like, because we'll get to it later, but like Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair is just
that's very strange.
Like I'm just not arsed anymore.
Oh, and they're like two of me. Like I've loved Bianca Belair since the first time I saw her in NXT. Like her and Rhea at the time are like my faves on NXT. And then I don't know, it just feels like a cartoon or something. I don't know what they're doing to them.
I did like the back stabber. I did like when
it felt very like when like Sasha come running in with no shoes on and a nice
I was
outfit.
just gonna say I
it
love
felt
it the way
very
she kicks the shoes off.
Like on a night out. She's ordered a garlic bread and like Bianca's took her garlic bread and she's come running in fuming.
Like,
that's
all
I could see.
Yeah, it was like, in town when you see two people kicking off and the first thing they do is shoes and earrings. Like I loved it. Yeah, so that was the apart from the slaps, which I
didn't notice until I watched it back that Bianca Belair had lost an eyelash before she got slapped, and then the other one got slapped off.
Yeah, right. There was one. I think it was when she planted Sasha, her boss ring went flying off as well. So, you know what I mean. They made amazing visuals. So they are doing their damnedest to kind of keep it alive. But it's just been the most absurd way of getting to this. Like, did we really need those like 2 tag team matches? Like both of them?
It's like instead of say like you go into I can't think where you go. Like say if you're like getting in the car and you're going right, I'm gonna go to the park. It's like going right, I'm gonna stop at the shop on the way for a bottle of pop, and then I need to go in like and get some money out, and then I need to do this and like doing like daft errands on the way. Feels like that when you just want to get somewhere but you can't because you've got like all these daft things you need to do.
Yeah, so
it's just like what's the crack with that?
Exactly. It's just been bizarre. So, and then you know what I mean. It's at the point where like I could really see it not main eventing because there's no steam behind it. There's no oomph behind it.
Yeah, I feel like the only match really that has got something going on behind it is like the Edge and Roman and Daniel Bryan stuff. I feel like they've put everything into that.
Well,
and then oh no, we need to sort out this match and this match and this match. We've only got 3 weeks.
I know.
Like they forgot they're on a deadline.
I know. It's like we were just speaking before we started recording, and this brings us to our next point. Is like I am way more looking forward to Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver. NXT TakeOver.
Keep getting Adam in the ants in my head.
Of course, yeah. I once saw him in a pizza shop in a pizzeria in London, and he was just chilling, having a pizza, standing up. Anyway,
very strange.
Yeah.
Stand and deliver the pizza to me.
Yes.
I hope he said that when he went in.
Yeah. Do you know what? And he just it was quite, when someone's just like a normal guy, like he just had like, a raincoat on and like a hat.
I remember at a drag convention, I was talking to my friend about this the other day when we were just like, there was like a cafe bit next to where we were, and we were just sat there like talking, and we looked over our shoulder, and one of the drag queens is in the cafe eating a pot noodle and drinking a can of Stella, and it was like the best thing I've seen. I'm like, oh my god, Sharon Needles is having a pot noodle next to me. Just in full drag eating a pot noodle in this abandoned cafe.
And a Stella.
Yeah. That's like Dinner of Champions.
That is that's two references that like the American audience are just not gonna get.
I mean, it was an American drag queen as well.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, they were getting the full English cuisine
That's
experience.
how you get into England, isn't it? All they needed was like a Greg's sausage roll to dip in, and that was the full like
juice. Yeah.
banquet of Britain. Is that how you say banquet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pot noodle in the Stella, flipping heck. That's that's the backbone of old Blighty, isn't it? But so that's one thing we do know we're getting Io Shirai versus Raquel Gonzalez, and that is going to main event night one.
So excited! Yeah, if it was that one of the first matches announced as well.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, obviously there was obviously way you knew that like Karrion Kross and Finn Balor were going to clash.
Yeah.
Adam Cole and O'Reilly, but I think this was the first match announced. It's definitely the first main event announced. So that was really good. So I am well excited for that, especially after like the fucking stuff that Raquel Gonzalez pulled out on Wednesday night. I was like, I fucking was like, I watched on Thursday, and it was just amazing. I loved it.
She's so good. Like, I feel like she's just suddenly gone from like being there and like being all right to just like right up to the top. So good.
Because
she terrifies me.
Oh God!
I don't like to get on the wrong side of her.
When she does that back, when she stands and she like flexes her back muscle, like that.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, yeah. But like I thought they botched the ending or something, because when she picked up Zoe Stark again, I was like, oh no, what's going on here? And then I was like, oh, is Io Shirai? She's gonna jump but she just goes no and fucking boots her while still carrying the. Oh my God, it was amazing.
I don't know how she does it.
It was
like,
just
how does she do it? She's like superhuman.
That's just like pure raw natural strength, isn't it? Like it was just it was fantastic to watch. And oh my God, did you hear the noise that Io Shirai made when she smashed her onto that table and it didn't break?
Oh my God.
Oh, I was like nearly crying because she was like, it was like guttural. She was like, oh, oh, it looked so rough. Like I was like, wow. Yeah, so that's gonna be a fucking banger because Io Shirai's like, I love the way she's like a bit like twisted and a bit manic, So,
yeah.
Oh man, looking forward to that.
I'm still not over Rhea Ripley putting the bin on her head and jumping at War Games. It's just like that iconic moment.
It is, but it's also like purely underrated. I still
it's her face when she's just like, "Way!" putting the bin on her head.
It was amazing. She's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
So do you think? I'm probably going to foreshadow our preview and predictions video, but I think that like it's Raquel's time, and I think it's Io's farewell. Like swan song. So
I think whoever loses that match is main roster.
Do you know what? Yeah, you might be right there, because I think maybe if Vince saw Raquel Gonzalez, he'd be like,
yeah,
Raquel Gonzalez. I'm stealing your.
She's like, she reminds me a bit of like, I don't like comparing people too much, like a modern China, like with the just being hench and mad, but also like quite glam, like, and having like a really unique look and everything.
Yeah, she's just. I'll be sad when the Dakota Kai partnership ends, because
it feels like it's coming to an end soon, but I do like them together.
Yeah, what do you make of Zoe Stark? Because they seem to be putting a lot of stock. They seem to be putting a lot of stock.
She's not been there long, and she's all over the place now.
But I think she was trained by Shawn Michaels, so I could see that there maybe being because obviously he's backstage and stuff, isn't he? So I could see that he's seeing potential in her from early days, you know. But I think I think she's got star quality for sure. She's definitely one for the future. Because she came in with Cora Jade and Gigi Dolan.
Gigi Dolan, yeah.
We've not seen
and you don't really see much of them too, but she's everywhere. She seems to be on every week doing something, which is good. Like, good for her. Go on.
Yeah, like, she had a match with Io Shirai. She's now teaming with Io Shirai. She had that banging match with Dakota Kai last week as well. I really enjoyed that. So
yeah, she's definitely one that they're building.
Yeah,
which is good. I feel like NXT are better at building people, though, without putting them in weird storylines, like you're going out with my dad and you're my wine guy and be my sugar baby and all that business.
Yeah, I know. It is crazy. Because even though I know there's been a lot of criticism about NXT becoming like Wednesday Night Raw type thing because of the booking and stuff, but it's still miles ahead from what we get on the the main roster for sure.
Like, it's not perfect, like nothing is, but it's still better than what's going on Mondays and Fridays. Because that's just strange.
Definitely. So let's jump to the other show that's on a Wednesday night. And that is AEW, and I'm just gonna say it now. Tay Conti is one of the best things I've ever seen.
I really like that match.
Same,
and I went in not expecting a lot, but not being like shady to anyone. I just thought, it's just gonna be like a normal little match.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like, it's gonna be nice. And then I was like, ooh, because it was going on.
Definitely, and it's like going back to like what we were saying about Zoe Starks. Tay Conti is someone that it seems like AEW are putting a lot of effort into. She's improving every time she gets in the ring. They've really kind of incorporated a jiu-jitsu into like those judo, that like sequence when she was just like lashing Nyla Rose all over the place, which was flipping great, and she got the win. So it felt
like a big win for her as well, because like Nyla Rose was a champion as well.
Well, I think that's the third time they've met. She was Conti's debut, Dynamite debut after she signed, and then they met in the tournament, and then the match, that match that she won, and then we also got to see the wonderfulness that is white suit Shida.
I'm obsessed with that white suit. I want one.
She looks like a
even though I can't go anywhere, just like wear it for doing the big shop.
Going the Asda like that, marching around, getting your halloumi and that, but so, and then also the bunny made an appearance, which I'm a fan of Ali. I think that she's been kind of really poorly used in AEW.
Yeah, because like she's one of them names you've heard like forever, it feels like. Then on AEW she was kind of like just there.
She was one of the first signings. I think it was like Britt Baker, Kylie Ray, Nyla Rose, and Ali. And Ali was the one of the only one out of them who had the most kind of TV time from a like time impact. And they've just like, she was like Ali, and then she was like the bunny, and then she had the unfortunate job of being QT Marshall's girlfriend. And then she went back to the bunny, and then now she's back. Oh no, then there was the partnership with Brandy Rhodes, sorry. So the red wine's kicking in. So I don't want. I'm going to flat out say it. I don't want to see Shida against Nyla Rose ever again. They've done that.
Yeah, it's played out.
Yeah. So.
Like, I don't like it when they keep coming back to the same thing.
No. And then so I'm thinking that they might go the bunny versus Shida.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
It would be good. Just like it'd be a bit fresh, bit new. See
Exactly.
what's cracking with these two. Oh, made a rhyme.
Yes, yes. So yeah, that's my sentiments exactly. I think, I think the leading up to Britt Baker dethroning Shida, but in the meantime, Shida needs challenges. That was the whole point of the tournament. That's the whole point of being a champion. She's the longest running champion in AEW. And she seems to be the most underutilized.
Yeah,
So
it's weird that the champion is the one that's not really getting as many storylines as the others. It is weird, but it is good that I feel like they're really revving up the women's division now, which is good.
For sure, because I remember that, not excuses, but I remember a lot of reasoning was that they're not ready. There's a lot of improvement needed. There's a lot they need to kind of shake off ring rust and whatnot. And I think that's fine. It's still 2 years in, but it seems to be happening. There's still a lot of talent out there that I would have thought that they could have broke the bank to get. Alison Kay and Nicole Savoy and stuff like that. People with loads of experience, but that's I'm it's good. There's good things happening. So it certainly makes Dynamite a lot better for us to watch as women's wrestling
and then
fans.
that Britt Baker promo, I really liked that when she called out Mick Foley.
Oh, did you see his reply on Twitter?
Yeah, I was like, oh, bless him.
He was gutted. But then I did listen to her oral sessions with Renee Paquette, and she's doing his teeth in real life. In her real, that's the thing. Wrestling isn't even her real.
That's like a side thing.
Yeah.
Or is dentistry now a side thing, or which one's the side and which one's the main gig? She's still main.
She flies.
I mean, I said main eventing dentistry. Then what? What does that even mean?
Main eventing dentistry. That could be a new federation. But yeah, she and that's the thing that's so impressive. And that promo was when she said I've lost my train of thought. When she said Thunder, when she said Thunder Rosie, you're the one who claims you've elevated women's wrestling, but no one's talking about you. They're all talking about me. I was like, damn, she's right as well. She's because I think everyone expected a banging match out of Thunder Rosa, but Britt Baker just went, nah, fuck this. I'm gonna dive on thumbtacks.
Yeah, and even though she was the one who lost, she's the name in everyone's mouth.
Exactly.
Which just proves how good it was.
No, it was fantastic. It was people are still talking about it 2 weeks later, which just goes to show you how good it is. But I think that she's definitely, if she's not the champion by the end of this year, then something's not right.
I'll be very surprised.
I know, because then I think Thunder Rosa's contract ends this year with NWA. Sorry, contract.
Yeah, I saw about that the other day.
Yeah, so obviously, AEW just need to send her loads of bags with pound signs written on it or dollar signs written on it.
Just give her everything she wants. Get her a hot tub. Get her a speedboat. Just get anything to get her in.
Yeah, because she can also do a MMA as well. While under, obviously we've just said Britt Baker is a dentist, is a part-time wrestler.
They're very versatile women's division, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know Thunder Rosa isn't technically on their roster, but she might as well be now, really.
Yeah, she's like the fully fledged member without being a fit. But then it's like Red Velvet's only just signed. Red Velvet was like,
I was convinced
yeah.
she already was, and then I was like, oh, when it came on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's kind of the same with a lot of that talent from AEW Dark. You know, like they did the same with like Kylan King. The way they gave her a load of wins on the DL, and then I thought that she'd sign her as well, but not yet. So and that there's another load of women's matches on Elevation. Elevation seems to be a better Dark.
Yeah.
So
I've not caught up with a lot of it yet. I've been watching bits of it, but
it's
too much.
It is. It's 2 hours. Like it's another 2 hour show on a Monday night of wrestling. But the good thing is it's a, you know what I mean, it's a lot more women's wrestling on a Monday night.
Yeah.
So you know, it's
and there's probably a lot more women's matches than on Raw.
Exactly. You know what I mean? There might not be there's no that's my problem with the kind of Dark and Dark Elevation is they're just matches. There's no if they implemented a little bit of storyline, it could run over the entire kind of, you know, company. So we'll see what happens with that, and like the touted third hour on TNT.
I don't have no time for anything else if this carries on.
Well, that just brings us to my other point is that like Impact. So Impact's going back to Thursdays.
Yeah.
So which kind of foreshadows that NXT is going to Tuesdays.
Yeah, because is that after WrestleMania they're moving to Tuesdays?
Yeah.
So that'll mean there's something on every night.
Every single night.
It's like Coronation Street, but longer.
It was when EastEnders and Coronation Street went head to head. Do you remember that? Do you remember that like
proper beef?
God, this is like a long time ago when like Grant was still around, wasn't it? Yeah.
All the Mitchell brothers.
The Mitchell brothers, fucking hell, man. Anyway,
Peggy and Pat. Oh, they were iconic. I remember when they got drunk in the ice cream van.
Oh my God. Do you remember when Pat Butcher was having an affair with Patrick?
Oh,
I'm going
that was proper juicy. That
oh God, yeah. They used to have a stockpile of pineapple rings.
I remember when like Peggy and Pat always kicked off over Frank Butcher when they always slapped each other. Like, you stupid fat old tarts. See, Peggy and Pat would have been like an amazing wrestling feud.
Man, you know,
imagine,
Shirley,
like,
you know, Shirley off EastEnders.
Yeah.
She used to be a pro wrestler.
What? Oh my God, that's not my new favourite thing. And when I start telling everyone that, I love Shirley.
Well, you can tell, can't you? That, like, you know, you'd have seen her in the camps, in the holiday camps, just like slapping motherfuckers all over the show. Yeah. But but Peggy Mitchell and Pat Butcher would have been like.
So imagine them two like at WrestleMania.
Shit. With like Alondra Blaze and Bull Meccano.
It could bring like.
And we've
Phil and Grant could have carried Peggy to the ring on like a throne, and then Pat could have come in the ice cream van, maybe like lobbing flakes at everyone. You know, like when the New Day throw pancakes.
Yes.
Of Peggy throwing flakes. But then I don't know if she actually had an ice cream van. I just remember that bit where she got drunk in the ice cream van.
Yeah.
I just remember her iconic earrings because I always wanted them when I was little.
She always had banging earrings, and we've like entirely lost our entire American audience here. It's just an audience of two reinventing. Because didn't you do a fucking great like Twitter thread of wrestlers as soap stars.
Yeah.
Fuck, I remember it was so good. It was so good.
I think my favourite one was Spider was Daniel Bryan of Corey. And I can't remember I think Tracy Barlow was on twice because they had her when she was getting arrested as Becky Lynch getting arrested. And then she was on it again and I can't think who it was. And it's gonna really bug me now.
Who was oh, what's his name? The mechanic guy, Kevin.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find the thread.
Not Kevin McAllister. What's his name?
Kevin Webster.
Kevin Webster. Was Kevin? Was it Seth Rollins? Was it Seth Rollins?
Oh, I'm looking for the thread now.
Oh, amazing times.
Oh my god, I found it.
Go on.
Ric Flair's Mike Baldwin. Carmella is Liz McDonald with the leopard print and stuff.
Of course.
Paige, of course, this was the easiest one. Nina the Goth.
Oh yeah.
And then Mandy and Otis are Curly Watts and Raquel. And I've already said Daniel Bryan. Lay Cool with Becky McDonald and Kylie Platt. That's Kevin Webster and John Stape having the fight. We're in Batista and Randy Orton.
Batista
it's
and
like
Randy
the same thing they're doing.
Oh my god! So
yeah, Victoria was Tracy Barlow because they both had like the zebra outfits on when Tracy killed her husband.
You've got to get that back up. You've got to go and if you're.
I need to bring that back to the timeline because it's really long as well. Because I kept coming back to it.
It's a piece of it's an effort. It's a piece of work, isn't it? By far, like yeah.
Because I think some people like DMing me like, put this one on.
Getting all recommendations. So getting back
that was a very big tangent.
It was. I love it though. That's the best thing. I always like hashtagging Asda and stuff in the tweets that when I promote it. But
hashtag Queen Vic.
Hashtag Queen Vic.
Peggy v Pat. WrestleMania 37 bucket.
Oh, that's the hashtag. That is it. Yeah. So getting back onto the wrestling. Ring of Honor announced that they're doing a women's tournament for their reboot of the women's division with the new, not Women of Honor title, but the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. So they haven't had a women's championship since they fired Kelly Klein.
How long ago? That was a while ago, wasn't it?
That was a long time. I'm gonna say it was like really early on in 2020, but it could have been.
Oh, that is a while.
But it could have been 2019, and they were gonna do. I think it was called Quest for Gold, and they had like Mandy Leon. They had Nicole Savoy, I think. I'm just going off the top of my head. I can't really remember. Angelina Love. Who's that amazing one with man-eater written across her tummy?
I know what you mean, and I can't think who it is, and it really did me head in.
Yeah, she's really cool. Maria Manic. Maria Manic.
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Anyway, apologies for getting that name wrong, but yeah. So they were going to do one earlier in I think it was like March last year.
Yeah.
So obviously they've had to put it on hold.
Yeah, there's been a bit of stuff going on, really.
Yeah, I know. So that's happening. So that's something to look forward to, because that's one thing like Ring of Honor have always kind of failed on, was their women's division. Although they did have some phenomenal matches like Sumi Sakai and like Nicole Savoy had that like little mini feud just before shit went down. So yeah, I'll that's something to look forward to. I don't think it's been announced when it's taking place or who's in it. But off the top of your head, random thought, who would you like to see as the first Ring of Honor Women's Champion?
Well, I've got like a bit of a theory about this.
Okay,
because
I like it.
she's not called Zelina Vega anymore. Is it Thea Trinidad? Is that how you say it?
Ooh.
It's just been like there's all like speculation. She's signed like a short-term contract somewhere, so I think she's gonna be involved because the timing's
Love it.
lining up.
I love it.
Because apparently it's not AEW. It's like she's signed a short-term contract somewhere, so she won't be in AEW for a while.
I actually read your article on that. Yeah. Oh yeah. That is, do you know what? I was like, going to go for a safe bet like Nicole Savoy or something, but
yeah,
Tia or Thea?
I think it's Thea Trinidad. I think
that would be
right.
That would be banging, that, because also there's rumours that Andrade is, because he's mates with Roosh and
and he doesn't have the 90-day non-compete, and Thea has finished now, so they're all free at the same time. So that would be good. I want to see them work together again.
Oh, for sure. If you were
just gold, them too.
That's why I can't believe like what fucking went down. He look her firing still kind of like she was just coming off a feud with Asuka for the title.
Yeah.
And like, for what?
I think
a fucking
was that Asuka's last title defense as well?
No, she had.
I was trying to think the other day. Was it like that? That one, and then there was another after that.
It was that one, and then what's her name? Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, when Randy Orton interfered, when he come and put his little nose in.
What did you think of Alexa Bliss's pinning style of Randy Orton?
It was a bit weird, wasn't it?
I was like that. Ooh.
His wife was fuming. And I don't blame her.
I was like, when I first saw it, I was like laughing my head off. Like, I couldn't believe. I was like, that was really, really funny. But yeah, Mrs. Orton was. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side.
Off a bit.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But what did you reckon of that match, by the way? I liked it.
It was all right. It was better than what I expected, because I expected
they weren't gonna fight, like, were they?
Yeah.
I mean, so it was. Go on.
I was expecting like she'd just come in and then the Fiend would come back, but they've built it all right, and he looks petrified, like even more petrifying now. Now he's all melted.
Melty Fiend. Yeah. Looks like he's been in the microwave for too long, hasn't he?
It looks like an old Rustler's burger, doesn't he, now?
Oh man, yeah. As soon as, because I didn't watch it live. It was.
No, I didn't.
It was fast lane. I wasn't going to be that stupid, but I enjoy. I actually, because I saw all the hoolah on Twitter and all that about it, so I was like, oh, check that out. But I really enjoy the Fiend. I really enjoy Alexa Bliss. His character, so it ticked all the boxes for me. But again, it's so we've going back to like full circle, going back to what we were saying at the beginning. We've only got 2 women's matches for WrestleMania, and it's 2 nights, and that's not that is not good enough.
No, I think I saw like the listing. There's 11 matches altogether. 2 women's matches.
There's usually like 11 It's usually like. When was the WrestleMania that Becky Lynch won the titles? That was like fucking 8 hours, wasn't it? Some shit.
Yeah, I had to have a nap.
I did
to make sure I was awake.
Yeah.
And then I just rewatched the matches and missed the next day.
Yeah. No, it was and so yeah, I just think I'm not, unless they need to do something really, 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 really interesting on Raw and SmackDown to kind of boost my interest in it. I'm still going to watch it because I'm a fucking dick, and I'm going to stay up, and I'm going to stay up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning for 4 nights on the run.
Yeah, I want to be nocturnal for a week.
Oh, actually, no. We get Friday off, don't we?
Well, SmackDown's on, but
Yeah, I must stay up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just read about. I read, and then if it's anything good, I'll go and check it out. So
Yeah.
but obviously we'll do our usual preview and predictions for them down the line. So
Well, millions of things that are going on.
Yeah,
In
we'll
one
probably
week.
we'll do like a big thing because is NXT's on Wednesday, Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. There's Wednesday, Thursday, and then WrestleMania Saturday, Sunday. But I'm quite glad they're going with the 2-day again because I found it a lot better last year.
Oh man, I'm
And I got more excited for the second half last year because I was like, oh, I still got this. And yeah, it was just nice.
Well, I like, you know what I mean? That's one thing I do like about these kind of lockdown pay-per-views is that they finish at about like 2:30, 3:00.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I can get 5 hours sleep before I have to get up for work on a Monday. So yeah, if they finish in time, I might even do reviews like on the night. Would you be up for that?
Yeah, hopefully I'll try not to have too many beers.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like, way.
Loads of like cheesy chips and garlic bread everywhere. I always get like loads of wrestling snacks and never eat them, and then like the next like day,
last year
I'm just eating
WrestleMania, I
Haribos.
ate most of my snacks on the pre-show.
That's the thing. You either chomp them all and
Yeah.
before things go down, and then it's really funny. I'm always pumped for a pay-per-view. I'll have a coffee or like a Red Bull or something before it kicks off. And literally, like when the kickoff show starts, I'll just be like that on the couch, and then that's me done. That's me done. Well, speaking of that's me done, we'll probably end the video, or we'll just go on waffling for ages.
Yeah.
So hopefully you've enjoyed it, and hopefully we've not alienated too much of the American audience with our talk on pot noodles and Pat Butcher versus Peggy
Oh,
Mitchell.
she's just a legend.
She is. Is she? She's still alive, isn't she?
I think so.
Pat Butcher, I mean.
Yeah, I think she is.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in. I know said Corey then in EastEnders anymore though.
No, I've not. Do you know what? I've not watched any of them for years. I used to like watch them all. Do you remember Brookside?
Yeah, I remember.
That was like the death of soaps.
There used to be a pizza place in Liverpool that done Brookside cocktails that were like £2.50, and they had a Jimmy Cargill.
Where?
And it used to show wrestling as well. It was so good.
Where?
It was like it was near Lime Street Station, but I think it's a pumpkin pizza bar now. It changed.
I know the one. I know
Maguire's.
the one. I know. Yeah, Maguire's. Yeah, I know.
Jimmy Cargill, and it was like Jim Beam, cherry sours and Coke, and then a Jackie Cargill. There's Jack Daniels, apple sours and Coke. They were well good.
Wow. Oh man, the good old days.
And there's still like 90s films in the day, like Drop Dead Fred and stuff, and they're like wrestling at night. It was so good.
Yeah, they used to have gigs and stuff in there, didn't they, as well? Yeah. Oh man, good old days when like you used to be able to go out.
No, I think it shut down not long before lockdown, but I think it's open to something else now. But this is another tangent. It's a very specific tangent, this one.
Let's go. Yeah, we'll go on about like old bars that were amazing that they've now closed down. That's another half an hour tangent. So we'll spare everyone that. So thanks for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, notifications, all that bullshit. That's really good. Let us know what you think of the video. Let us know what you think of what has went down in the world of women's wrestling. So what have we got?
What soap characters you'd book for Mania?
What soap characters you book for Mania? Yeah. So what have we got? We've got 2 weeks to Mania.
Yeah.
Calendar.
I think the last night's 2 weeks today.
Yes, you're right. It is. Okay, so we've got one more went down, and then we'll preview and predictions. 7-hour preview and predictions videos.
Yeah, and hopefully like more stuff will kick off on stuff this week.
Well, we still need a. There's going to be a women's tag team match on the NXT,
Yeah.
isn't there? I think between The Way and Shotzi and Ember. So
I think we need a Bailey match for WrestleMania as well.
Oh,
Keep thinking about this.
I
think we've both wrote about that.
We did, yeah. I can't believe they're doing her that way after everything she did.
Yeah, I thought she was going to host.
No, we're getting
which
Hulk
is
Hogan,
something for another time.
Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil. That's a little problem.
Could have had Bailey and Billy.
Oh man, give me Bailey and Billy. They're so good. So good. So yeah, until next week. Be good. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
I don't want to end. I don't want to end the meeting. I want to stop the recording.